Ryan Wilson, welcome to Chad TV.
What's going on? Happy to be here.
This is a special episode. First time we're doing it outside.
Sweet.
Yeah, man. So, pretty much what we do on these interviews, this is a documentation process of me and Adam's, the journey. And we want to get all the characters that are involved.
Nice.
Interview them. So, tell everybody who you are and why you're even in this. Why you even know me and Adam. Why you're in the story right now. Tell us how you got acquainted with us.
So I'm Ryan. Yeah, I'm 26 years old. I'm originally from New York. I live in Tennessee now, Nashville. I actually met Anthony doing what we do best, jumping on calls and closing deals, back in 2022. And he was with an offer that I was setting for part-time, and we definitely clicked. We had a blast, made a bunch of money, and then I got connected with some of the guys that I helped him get connected with some of the guys I know. He got me connected with a lot of the guys he knows, and that's kind of why I'm here. So,
all right, cool, man. So I guess what I'd like to do next is tell us a little bit about, summarize who you are, what you do right now.
I'm an online salesperson. I close high-ticket deals for online business owners.
Yeah.
Normally anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000. I'm what they call an offer hopper. No, I'm just playing. No. I sell for various different online businesses. So I've done sales, online sales strictly for the last 4 years. Closed about $4 million in high-ticket sales, and I show other people how to do the same thing, but I also sell for these companies. I'm investing in real estate, and so I work fully remotely. I'm an endurance athlete. I do a lot of long-distance training and stuff like that, very into fitness. So that's kind of my personal story.
How'd you get into this shit?
What shit?
Online business, online sales.
Dude, reverse engineer the process. I didn't want to work a 9 to 5, and I knew what I wanted to do with my life, which was training and traveling and enjoying time with family and stuff. And the only way to viably do that in my eyes was to not tie my time to money so much, or tie my time to location, which was, in my eyes, working in person, working at the office, having someone else tell you when you can't work. But as a 1099 salesperson, I'm fully remote, so I work wherever I want. I work whenever I want because my income is based upon my availability. And a business owner can't necessarily tell me when to work since I'm contracted. And that's pretty much it.
And what type of money could you make realistically doing what you do?
I consistently make between 15 and 30 grand a month right now. I've made as much as about 30 grand a month selling online. Ideally, my plan originally was to just get into high ticket so that I could make more money than most people do and invest the remainder in real estate, which is what I'm in the process of doing. I have 2 houses now, so I'm excited about that. But you could definitely make, you can literally make 5 figures with 0 degree, 0 background, 0 credentials in about 3 to 6 months. That's if you're starting with little to no experience.
Yeah.
As an online salesperson.
And you teach people how to do this now, right?
Yeah, I have a program that shows that.
Cool. So a lot of people that are close to us, they know you. And they know you're kind of, they know you're
weird. I'm a little weird.
Yeah,
what can you say?
You're a character. But also, you have this proprietary way of being a sales rep that I think a lot of people in our life would be very fascinated to know a little bit more about.
Proprietary way.
So what is your opinion of calendar availability? Tell us a little bit about what you do to make this type of money.
I'll tell you right now, for all of you that are viewing this right now, if you work on a commission basis and you're a salesperson and you're not working for a massive entity, what I mean when I say massive entity is a business that can always put food on your plate 100% of the time. Usually a business needs to be doing at least $10 million a year to be able to do that consistently. You need to stack your calendar, meaning there can't be any white space on your calendar Monday through Friday at least. Or you need to make sure that you're taking...
What does that mean? You work multiple jobs?
Correct.
At the same time?
So, absolutely. 100%. I'm self-employed. So, the thing is, business owners will be like, all right, great, let me bring on a salesperson to grow the business. A business owner needs a salesperson just as much as a salesperson needs a business owner, so it's a very symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
And they view it as they're employing me. I view it as I'm employing myself. They're like,
Yeah.
there's no higher, it's not like one has the frame over the other. They're both equally important in the scenario. So like for me, I can go work wherever I want because I can close deals better than the next guy, and I know how to interview and crush the interview. So it's like, yeah, I work multiple roles. We call it offers in the industry that I'm in. So there's a coaching program selling real estate. There's a coaching program selling consulting. I jump on various offers. I close deals. I make sure there's no white space on my calendar, and I get a commission on what I sell.
Cool. So that's enough on sales. Let's take it into some more of the quirks and nuance of Ryan Wilson.
I don't know. You tell me.
What kind of diet do you feel like is optimal that people should be consuming?
Predominantly beef and rice is probably the move.
Yeah.
You throw in some potatoes here and there. I'm a big cookie skillet guy as well as ice cream sandwich, so that's super important. But realistically, you should definitely be having. I'm not a big sugar like candy guy. Besides ice cream, right? So if you run a lot, like I run a lot, doesn't matter what the hell you eat, right? You can literally eat whatever you want, but don't be you got to have a lot of protein. So as long as you're heavy protein, and you're eating beef on a regular basis, at least 5 days a week, like.
Tell us a little bit about this coconut water.
This coconut. What do you want to know about it?
Like, tell people
See, there's this thing that most people don't realize. It's the value and the benefits of coconut water, how great it is, right? So I consume coconut water almost daily, right? It's drastically impacted my production, my ability to function as a human being, and I highly recommend consistently consuming coconut water because it will make you a better person.
Hell yeah. How much money do you feel like you spend on coconut water annually?
I mean, it depends what brand I'm buying, right?
If you're buying
you go in the Louis Vuitton, you're buying Harmless Harvest, right? You go in the hey, I'm looking to save $1 today, you go Trader Joe's. So that's $2.29 versus $4.99. So it really depends on what you're after. But I definitely would say Harmless Harvest is the best, right? It's like you're going out to a nice restaurant, getting a good steak.
Yeah.
Probably like $750, $1,000 maybe.
All right, so I want to talk. Is this? We're 7 minutes in. We got probably like another 8 minutes till the camera fucking shuts off.
We got time.
I want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about one. You weren't always like this, right? So bring
like
us back.
what? Like what?
You weren't always a sales rep. You weren't always a sharp guy. You weren't always making money. You weren't always in shape. You weren't always helping other people out. So tell us a little bit about like where you kind of came from, and I want to hear about that. So. One, people just know who you are and that you could change your situation. Not so motivational, but just actually like give us the fucking bio. I mean, you used to be out here fucking pushing dope, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I sold some weed in my day. Yeah, so honestly, like I came, like I was very insecure as a kid. Didn't have a lot of confidence. Didn't really like ever push myself to any degree. But once I got into like junior year of high school, started screwing around, doing drugs, stuff like that. Ended up selling a lot of weed at a certain point, which, weed is not that bad.
Career
but
salesman.
shouldn't be doing it. Yeah, so, I mean, I literally been selling since I was, like, 16 years old. But I think that, like, most people, they don't know... First of all, like, in order to make a change, you need to acknowledge that your situation is really shitty. And for me, like, years ago, I had to make that clear acknowledgement, like, your life kind of blows. And then you have to make a conscious realization of that and take action to change it. So like for me, it was realizing, acknowledging I'm not where I want to be. Okay, great. Let's take a step back. Where do I want to go? And for me, that was really being able to travel, being able to sell, being able to like live. I don't live an extravagant life, but I do exactly what I want to do every single day and no one messes with me about it. And that's like the biggest thing. Like, what do you want? If you can clearly define that question, you're going to put yourself in a much better situation. So, I mean, my background, definitely have a checkered past. Had a lot of bad relationships, a lot of bad, tough years. Got kicked out of my house a lot of times. I didn't have any money until I started selling online. And that's kind of my story. But I really believe that you have to figure out what you want. You have to go chase it relentlessly. And then you have to be good to other people in the process because that's how you build relationships. And that's the most valuable currency.
Is there anything that you want to talk about or say right now? Just in general, before I go into my next question, anything else that you feel like is on your mind?
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking to better your situation or just level up your life, you have to do three things. Like you have to get around the right people, right? Like proximity. and then you have to train your body, because that's ultimately the stimulus that's going to level up everything else in your mind. And you have to do things that put positive feedback in your brain. So for me, like, that was reading. Like, if you guys are trying to figure out your life, read a book. It will literally make you think in ways that you've never thought before, and that's what's going to get you to the next level. So, I mean, I like to screw around just as much as the next guy, but I also like to focus on leveling up in my life.
Cool.
You know?
All right, tell us last year, because me and you got close because we drove cross country. So
It was classic.
So
yeah.
explain the process of what me and you did last year from A to Z, and then we'll rope in how you got cool with Adam too.
Yeah, so we drove. I was running a 50-mile race, broke my foot about 38 miles in, called up Anthony, and I said, yo, let's drive to Colorado. And he was like, word, like, I'm down. So we hopped in my car, drove about 24 hours to Colorado from Pennsylvania, and we just screwed around in an Airbnb in Colorado for a month, and then went to Austin after for another month.
Give us a little bit more detail, bro. Come on.
I mean, what we did was we literally just were hanging out in Airbnb all day, 12 hours a day, ripping sales calls, printing hundreds of thousands of dollars from our laptop, quite literally, Wi-Fi money, and then we would just screw around and just meet people and drink at night. It was an absolute blast, like total degeneracy in both realms.
Yeah.
So it totally great time. But that's how we got cool, because Anthony was like, all right, cool, I'm down. And then I met Adam, because Adam was super tight with Anthony too. So
First time getting bottle service.
that was classic. Yeah, Brett Perry, shout out Brett Perry. Yeah, he came through.
Yeah.
On the COVID money, and that was great. So
Go ahead, Adam. You have any questions?
Yeah, so I want to talk about, let's step back, because obviously, like, your identity is tied to what you're doing for the most part all day, and like you're all about fitness and sales.
dude, that's a really good point, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, whoever's watching this, I mean, I'll be fully honest. Like, I'm definitely, my identity is very tied up in what I do. Like, I'm fitness and I'm sales, and that's what it is.
It's how you spend your time.
So,
it's you.
yeah,
It's your life.
yeah.
So, what would you say to somebody else that, like, in sales, let's say that they were either like struggling to find a good opportunity, or like they were trying to look for the right kind of help but didn't know where to go, either in sales or in something else, whatever venture they're in. Like, how did you go from zero to where you're at now so quickly? Like, was it getting around the right people, or like was it luck, or did you just know where to look?
Yeah, I was getting around the right people. You know, the best way to do anything, and I'm not plugging myself if you're in sales, but literally the best way to do anything is to get around someone that's already done the exact thing that you want to do. So I used to have an online fitness business like 5 years ago, and I hired a mentor. So you need to get a mentor. Education system is fucking broken. You need a personal mentor, someone that's going to show you the ropes for what you want specifically. So I hired a mentor, and originally they helped me scale my business, and then or grow my business, and then I immediately got into sales. So I was making more money doing that. But what was it? Well, can you elaborate the question again?
Yeah, basically, what would you recommend to someone else like you just did? And then how did you personally start from zero?
Get a mentor. I got a mentor. They helped me learn sales, make more money, and then that's how I got into the industry. What I did is, you have to get your foot in the door. So, you know, for whoever's listening to this, the number one thing you need to do is get around the right people, but do whatever it takes to just get your first foot in the door. My first foot in the door was working with my mentors. And guess what? My mentors, they hired me, and they had a huge book of business, and I started selling for those people. So all I did was get mentored by them to get my foot in the door, and then I started making money through their clients that they hired me to sell for. Mm-hmm. So for you guys, like, trying to figure it out or whatever it is, learn from one person, as long as they're directly correlated to what you want to do. If there's some discrepancy, if they're not fully aligned with like what you want to do, or like what you feel like you need help with, don't do it. Like, be very, very wary of that. And then that's how you're ultimately going to build off it. What I've realized how to do for myself after I built a book of business, a book of like opportunities, I guess, book of business. I learned how to where to find opportunities, and I learned how to crush an interview. Like in sales, the interview is the most important sales call you'll ever take. So like, I learned how to literally find a business owner, get on with a business owner, and then to be so good on the phone that they never say no. So like, you know, trying to figure it out, find someone that's been there and done that for where you want to go, get really good at one thing, and then find a way to get your foot in the door. And that's for any industry, right? Like if you're in sales, if you're in business, if you're in freaking, I mean, if you're selling drugs, don't sell drugs. But like it's the same freaking thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta get your foot in the door. So.
You got some?
Give us 3 people that you'd like to go to dinner with, dead or alive.
Wow. Dude, you put me on the spot there.
We gotta do something interesting.
No wrong answers.
Dead or alive? Donald Trump.
Nice. Almost dead, but alive.
Damn, Donald Trump. Elon Musk. I think that'd be sick. Even though he's a little wonky. And probably Goggins.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, we were out in Vegas one time. He was running on the street.
Did you say what you did yesterday too? Speaking of Goggins, did you ask him about what he did?
What'd you do yesterday?
I mean, I ran 100 kilometers, so like 60 plus miles. It was like a foot race.
Fucking beast.
Over the about 16 hours. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
What do your feet look like right now?
Pretty gross.
Well, they're not that bad. I mean, I got some blisters. Got a little bandage going. They're a little inflamed, but other than that, like I'll be running in 2 days.
Stay hard.
3 most memorable, three most favorable memories hanging out with me and or Adam or both of us that come to mind right off the top of your head. Just a document. I know you spent a lot more time with me than Adam.
We didn't have that much fun yet.
Yeah, we're working on. Hey, come on.
Just three moments I think it would be cool to document.
Dude, that Nuggets game was pretty fun.
Yeah, you're right.
That Nuggets game was pretty fun.
You're right.
We went out to the Nuggets game, got bombed at the Nuggets game, and then had one of our clients take us out around the bars. What else?
Yeah.
Shit.
Adam, are you filming?
Yeah.
We went to
I'm gonna put a.
going skiing was pretty fun.
Okay.
Going skiing was pretty fun. What else? What would you say?
I mean, we've done a lot.
We've done a lot of stuff. It's tough to come up on the spot there.
I mean, I think just driving cross country.
Driving
Kansas City. When we stopped in Kansas City on New Year's Eve.
The 24 hours of driving cross country, more than that, I guess.
I would say that.
Yeah.
Going to my cousin's house for dinner was very memorable.
Oh, that was, and we watched Glengarry Ross, right?
Yeah. Going to the club.
I would definitely say Kansas City. That was ridiculous.
Going to the
Kansas
EDM festival.
Oh, dude, the EDM festival was nuts. All right, I guess I didn't say anything. I didn't know anything because there's a lot of good memories there.
Yeah. All right, man. I mean, pretty good interview. Anything else you want to just touch on?
I don't have anything else. Adam, you got anything?
Yeah, I did have one question for you.
What's the deal with flushing the toilet before it's like all the way gone? Explain that. I think one of our viewers, Ryan Callan, would really appreciate an explanation
there's nothing
here.
there. I don't know what you're talking about. What was your question?
To be honest, I forgot it, so it must not be that important.
All right.
We'll end it there. I'll find another chance to ask you a question. What's
Hold
up?
on. Keep this rolling for 1 minute.
Hey, what are you doing?
Ask him another question.
You're not going to embarrass me on television.
No. All right. So what I wanted to ask you about was in the realm of the other question that I asked, where it was like you starting from zero. Oh yeah. What's your fucking 30-year plan? Like, where do you want to be when you're 60 years old?
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, good question. It's pretty simple. Like, I'm definitely a pretty simple guy. Like, I don't need anything extravagant. I don't really see myself buying an amazing car or anything like that. But it's really to leverage sales right now, leverage online sales right now, and invest my money into real estate, create cash flow through real estate, and then start my business in sales, or grow my business rather in sales consulting, and that's it. So, I mean, I'd like to have like a men's retreat group down the road. Which would be super cool, I think. But realistically, it's just sales and real estate.
Is there like a grandiose plan there, or it's just like you want to be low key?
I want to be low key. I don't want to be a big internet personality. Like, I want to do my race. Like, I don't plan on being like a dumbed down version of Grant. Like, I don't want to be like a content creator. Like, I really just like doing what I'm doing, and I think that there's no reason I can't make a bunch of money to support the lifestyle and eventually like family's lifestyle. Like, just investing in real estate and doing sales. There's a lot of money to be made in real estate. Most people just don't know about the ins and outs. Like, I've learned everything I know about real estate in like the last 6 months. But it does take some time. Those 6 months have been all in studying real estate. So like, that's definitely a big thing.
So you're more of a behind the scenes kind of guy.
Yeah, I don't want to be like, I never want to be mainstream, ever. But like, I definitely want to be the guy when I'm 35, 40 years old. Like, if we go out with a group of 7 guys that I haven't seen in a while, like, I'm that guy paying the bill. So like, that's ultimately like what we're going for here.
Fantastic.
So
Fantastic.
All right, Ryan. Great to have you, brother.
thanks, dude.
Peace.